Hey loves, welcome to Glowing Naturally. My name is Cecily, or you can call me Cess. I just want to thank you so much for deciding to journey with me in yet another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. So in today's video, y'all, I just wanted to do like a little get ready with me to do another video. Like, that's just really what it is. Like, I do have like a little cute happy hour session that's going to happen, but I wanted y'all to get ready with me and talk about this pandemic situation. So first things first, I'm going to put on some, I already did my lashes, my eyebrows, y'all, because them things, trying to do those on camera was not even going to be it. Like, I'm already not that great. I was on my brows, so that would have been too much. But if I'm looking over here, it's because I am looking at my mirror. So y'all, how y'all feeling? Like, honestly, how are y'all feeling? I have a smoothie my mama made, and it's good. But I just want to know, like, how are y'all feeling? Like, how's your heart doing? How is this time treating you? If I keep looking up here, it's because I'm looking at myself, making sure I'm focused. But how is this time treating you? Do you feel productive? Do you not feel productive? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel inspired? Have you lost motivation you thought you had? It's just like, it's so many things that are happening right now, y'all. And I don't want anybody, first things first, I don't want anybody to think that they need to perform at a level of greatness. Like, right now, it is so hard to try to be motivated when you're forced to stand still. And I had to kind of learn, like, my first 2 weeks during the pandemic, like when this stuff started, I want to say it really started, I want to say March, the weekend of March 13th, 14th, because I know that was like my brother's anniversary date of the time that he had passed away or whatever. But like, we had celebrated that and we was out and we went to Dave and Buster's, y'all. Like, we went to Dave and Buster's to celebrate his life, and it was pretty empty, but we also wasn't really taking it that serious at that time, because they were like, oh, it's like a lockdown. Myself went to go visit somebody in Delaware for like 2-3 days. I still wasn't taking it serious, and that was like that month. So that was Sunday through what, Tuesday, I believe. And then excuse me, Tuesday night I had came back, and Wednesday morning I had went to go serve at my church, y'all, and I got the flu. I came home, I was feeling so sick. I was not feeling good at all. What is really good? Like, I was just like, what is really going on? Like, do I got the Rona? Because the symptoms that I had, like, the symptoms that I had were symptoms that they were basically sharing that was the symptoms of having that, of having coronavirus. And it was very nerve-wracking. I won't lie, I was like a little nervous. I was scared, but at the same time I was staying at home, just because, like, I didn't know much about it. This was literally the first week we were like quarantined, y'all. Like, so I'm thinking, all right, it's just the flu. But I call and I go to call the nurse or whatever. They call me back and say that I should go in because I'm like high risk because I have asthma. And so, yeah, so I was very scared. Like, I was actually scared. Like, the way they was treating me was inhumane. They made me walk outside to go to the back, like, to go to the actual hospital, like, to go inside the urgent care room. Not the urgent care. It's an urgent care. Emergency room. And y'all, I was just like, why are they treating me this way? Like, this is ridiculous. And then like when I was in there, y'all, like I had the worst panic attack. Like it wasn't even a panic, it was anxiety. Like I just didn't know. I had no control over what I felt was going to happen to me. I did not know what was going on. Like it was just a lot of emotions because it came on so quick and it hit me so quick and I felt like death. So I'm like, this can't be. Like, God, honestly, I don't know what this Rona situation is, but please don't let me have it. Like, please don't let me have it. Like, I was so nervous. I was scared. I was anxious. And then they came back and I was tested positive for flu type A and B. And that's kind of, I guess, rare for people to have both. But at the same time, I was blessed to have that and not, because people are dying from that. And my mom, she's not old. She's not old at all, but she older. And I was like, really, I was panicking. Like, I was just panicking because I just did not want to have it. I did not want the idea of having it. I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to be part of this new thing that's like, I just didn't want to be part of it. But with all that being said, y'all, like, it was just very overwhelming. And so I was sick for like 3 days. And then that was my spring break. So during that time, it was spring break. So I didn't really have much work to do. I mean, I had work to do, but it was spring break. So it wasn't due during spring break. It was due after spring break. And I was like planning to be very like, just do all my work during spring break because I didn't want to do it like the week after. Like I just wanted to be free like of work. Child. I was sick and I couldn't do anything and I was so frustrated. But then the week after, I was fine. But there's like a rush. I don't know if you guys feel it, but there is truly a rush of like, you either get super motivated. I felt like I was either super motivated or just super lax. Like I was just chilling. And I got to the point where I was chilling. Like I wasn't doing nothing for the first 2 weeks of this corona situation. I was not doing anything. Like I was doing my work here and there, but I didn't follow rules. I didn't like, not rules, but like I didn't have a system in place. Like I didn't have to wake up early for what? To go to the living room? Like there was no reason for me to wake up early. So I took advantage of waking up late. Like, and then it gets to the point where it's like, dang, I'm tired of waking up late. Like I'm actually wasting my days. So it's okay to not feel like you don't have to be productive. Like people are making other people feel bad for not being productive during this time, or finding a new business venture, or essentially like coming up with new ideas or being creative or whatever the case may be. You don't understand, like this is the only time that some people get to rest. Like people don't understand that there are people who have worked their entire lives and the only time that they got a break was when they had to take paid time off, or they were struggling, or whatever the case may be in people's situations. Like this is sometimes, like this was like the only time for some people to truly get rest. And I think when we put the pressure on people to perform and to meet up to some expectation that, oh, if you're not doing nothing with this time, then you're just wasting it. If you're not creating during this time, you're just wasting time. Like, no, what if some people really needed this time to just be like just breathe? Like some people don't get vacations, some people don't take vacations, and I just feel like with all this going on, it was a time to force people to truly sit down, be still. Like, and I don't know how to do that. So it was even hard for me. Like, I mean, I'm a ambivert. Like I can either be super introverted or super extroverted. Like there is an in between, but it's like I could be one or the other, and how I'm feeling, it could be one or the other. So with that being said, like I could either be out or I could be in. So this kind of worked for my introvert side. Like I don't like going out to clubs sometimes. Like I don't like going out to clubs. Sometimes I be feeling forced to go to clubs, but I don't like doing it. So I was like, oh, this is fine. Like I could be in the house. Like I'm always in the house. So this is nothing new to me. But then it's like, dang, I actually want to start going out now that I'm forced to stay in. But this kind of worked for that side. And it's like there's some people who just really are embracing this time to themselves, or with their kids or with their loved ones. Like there are some people out here who are truly embracing that. Not everybody, but there are some people who needed that time with their family. I've seen like on posts, like there have been people who just got married, and they just got married, and like this is like an extended honeymoon for them. Like, or I had saw on one of my friends' posts, like one of her aunts had told her, like, this is the only time that you'll probably ever get to be with your husband and your spouse uninterrupted. Like, so take advantage of that time. And it's like, we all may be in circumstances, and unfortunately there are some people who are in households where they're being abused, or their children are being abused, or a girl was in an abusive relationship, or even a man was in an abusive relationship and their only outlet was to go to work. So some people are in terrible situations right now where they depended on their jobs or school as an outlet. And I just think that we need to stop putting a time, or not a time, but like expectation on people to do things a certain way. It's very unfair, and society puts so much pressure on people to perform. Like not everybody has to. And I think that this time has really taught me, actually I think it's not opposite for me, but this time has truly taught me like to just be still. Like sometimes I'm always moving, I'm always on the go. Like before this happened, I was literally waking up between the hours of 5:30 or 6:30, like just to get to Baltimore by 8 so I can be at my internship. Then I would leave my internship at 4:30 to go to class at 5:30. I would have class from 5:30 to sometimes 8:30. And I would not get home till 9, almost 9:30. So I'm literally never in the house. Like I was never in the house. I'd never had time to like stay still. And then it's like when I was invited out, it's like, yeah, I want to go because I want balance. I want to be able to just still enjoy what life has to offer, but it's just like I don't even be feeling like it sometimes. And he did not win. And usually anxiety wins. Like I just had to really take a step back from, I guess, my reality, and really just think and talk to people and really just find myself in a place of being vulnerable. But this time has really just, I don't know, it's opened my eyes to a lot. With me personally, it's opened my eyes to a lot of me growing, in my growth. It's allowed me to connect with people in a different way. Like usually the people that I would talk to, or people I would have heart to hearts with, so many people during this time, was necessary. Just because even I'm learning so much about my friends that I've been friends with for years, like years and years and years, that I never thought I would even know. Like, and had it not been for this quarantine situation, a lot of things wouldn't have came to the surface, and a lot of people wouldn't have been able to heal through certain things and receive guidance for certain things. And although we might look at this as like a crisis, y'all, there are there is something that's going to come from this. And that's just what I feel. Like, either the world is going to be more people who are going to come to God and know who God is and know his power and know his strength in our lives and know that he has the ultimate control and say so. But yeah, like, there people are going to come to know themselves, love themselves more, appreciate themselves. It's going to be so much, and I can't wait to see the next year and what people, even if it's a lot of self-reflection, like what people learn about themselves during this time, what people discover, what people create, what people realize, like whatever it is, like this time is going to do something, whether you're staying still, whether you're being productive, whether you're just chilling, whether you're picking up new hobbies, like whatever it is, this time is really teaching us something. And I just want you all to take away from this, like, what is it that you're learning in this season? Like, what is being in the house or being stuck where you are, like, what is it teaching you? And I felt like that really resonated with me, because I felt really defeated last week just because I wasn't able to show up for one of the moms that I was helping. I wasn't able to be there because of all this coronavirus situation. I wasn't able to be present, and I wasn't able to do my job. I wasn't able to be there in the way that we planned. And everything definitely happens for a reason, but this process definitely taught me to better my business, better what I want to do as a doula. But yeah, like she always says, like, how is your heart? Check your heart posture. How are you feeling? And honestly, I've been having therapy sessions with my therapist, y'all, and she, thank God for her, she be talking some sense into me. But just reach out to somebody, just talk to somebody, especially if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad. Please talk to someone, whether it be a friend, whether it be just at least taking that step into therapy, like whatever it could be. Just don't do this alone. Just know that you are not alone. I truly had to be reminded that I'm not alone in this season. Like, regardless of what happens in my life, I'm not alone. And it's very hard to kind of grasp that, because you feel like what you're dealing with, no one else would understand. But you won't know if other people been through what you've been through if you don't speak, or if you don't talk about it, you know? So in this season, I just want you guys to just know that wherever you're at with it, it's okay. Whatever you're feeling, you're allowed to feel. And don't allow people or society, like people of society, to tell you that you should be taking this one way. There's no one way to deal with a pandemic. I've never experienced this before. We experienced a lot. Us 90s babies, we experienced a lot. I was just talking to my friend the other day. I experienced daggone 9/11, a sniper shooting at my school. Like, that stuff was crazy. When that sniper, I don't know if you live in the DMV area, but that sniper stuff was crazy. And I was so young. I was very young. But I experienced a lot of stuff. We experienced a lot of stuff as 90s babies. And I just feel like, even if you're not a 90s baby, but me personally, like, I feel like we've experienced a lot in our lifetime. We're like the bridge between generations. Like, we are powerful. Like, we really have a lot within us. Like, we have the best of both worlds. Like, we have the old school music, we have the old ways. We still are able to obtain that wisdom, but we also have the new school. We have the new school ways. And I just feel like that truly allows us to be who all that we can be. Like, that gives us room to do whatever it is that we want to do, like, you know, and create if we want to create, be great, like, and be great at it. But I don't know, I'm just ranting at this point. But I just think that, you know, almost done, because I don't take long to do my makeup at all, honestly, y'all. I just be doing quick little something something to look kind of cute and keep it pushing. But this doesn't look right though. I need to fix that. But yeah, so like, I don't know, if you guys in this season, I just hope and I pray, I hope and I pray that you guys are able to learn something. At the end of the day, I hope you're able to learn something from this quarantine, and I hope you're able to go draw yourself closer to God. I hope you're able to come out of this in a way that's like, okay, I survived that. Whatever it is that you survived during this time, you survived it. Because people are, you have to survive. You could survive anxiety, you could survive depression, you could survive the actual, if you actually end up having COVID-19, like whatever it is in this season, and you get through this, just know that you got through it. And that's just all I'm gonna say.